Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of my Get Started with Modding series. Today we're going to be covering a game called RimWorld. RimWorld is a colony management sim game where you start off on a crash-landed planet and you have to basically survive and gather resources and trade with other colonies and get raided and things like that. And it's very cool. You can see some footage here of what the game kind of looks like, and basically I'm going to be showing you how to add mods to this game. If you want to see more of this game, I do have a RimWorld stream every Friday from 1 PM BST till 4 PM BST, and as always you can watch the VODs like later on afterwards. But yeah, I'm going to show you how to get started with modding RimWorld. So there are two places you can mod RimWorld from. That is the Steam Workshop, which you can find here, and also the Ludeon forums. So if we swap over, I'll show you what the Ludeon forums look like. So this is the Ludeon forums, as you can see here. This is by Ludeon Studios, the guys who actually make RimWorld, and it has all sorts of places you can go to. You can talk about general discussions of the game, you can get suggestions, you can post any stories you have of like cool things that happened in your game, and you also have the mod section. So if we go over to the mod section, it's split up into different categories. So generally you'll want the releases tab, because that's where all of the most recent updates are for all of the mods. So we have an example mod here, say, I don't know, let's find something interesting. Rim Slaves. Let's have a look at that one. So wait for it to load. There we go. So you can have leading an army of slaves. So the way we do this is it's got all the information you need on the web page. We're just going to scroll down, and normally they have a download link right at the bottom. As you can see here, this one has it a bit further up. So this is the non-Steam download. So I'll show you how to install this first via Ludeon, and then I'll show you how to install a Steam Workshop mod. So in order to install a Ludeon forums mod, you go to the link, scroll down until you find a download for it. There you go, download now, and we get the download. So we come over to my desktop. You can see here we've got the folder Rim Slaves, and it's got all of the things we need. So where you want to go is you want to go to this folder here, which is your Steam directory, then your Steam apps, then your common, and then RimWorld. Just make sure you are actually looking in your Steam apps folder and not your documents, because your documents also has a thing for RimWorld. That's not where you want to go. And then all you have to do is go to the mods folder, and as you can see I've already got a few mods here already. All you do is you make sure you've got the base folder. So if you see all of this, go back one, and then all you have to do is drag that into that folder and it's installed. That's it. That's all you have to do if you're installing something from the Ludeon forums. There's another step later that we'll cover, but that applies to both. If you want to install something via the Steam Workshop, that's also very simple. So you find a mod you want to install. So for example, I'm going to install the Rim Fridge mod. So you can click on the mod you want, you get a little description of what it does. So this basically adds a fridge, and all you have to do is click subscribe, and then that will sync it up, and then your downloads will download the workshop content for you. So that's how you install a mod via the Steam Workshop. Now there are downsides and upsides to each. The upside to the Steam Workshop is you can find mods within the game, because you can open up the Steam overlay, find a mod through the workshop within the game, download it, and then you can go back out to the menu, click into the mods menu and select whichever mods. The downside to this is that if the mod gets updated, it will automatically be updated via Steam, which can actually be a problem on some save files if a mod is not supposed to be used on an existing save. So that's something to keep an eye out. Conversely, the Ludeon forums has some upsides and downsides too. The upside is, once you've installed a mod via the Ludeon method, which is just dragging it into the folder, you won't have to worry about that automatically updating itself. So you'll always have that exact version on your computer. The downside is it's very hard to find mods. There's no organized way to see, you know, what mods are good, what mods are bad. There's no way to really see any like screenshots or description of them until you actually click into the mod page, which means that some good mods might get missed. But that's basically how you do it. So now I'll show you how you actually install, like actually get the mod showing up in your game. So we're going to launch RimWorld over here. Lovely. And as you can see here, the game takes a little while to load because I've got lots of mods in, but I'll show you the basics of how you do it. We're not actually going to go into any gameplay. I'm just going to show you how to actually enable the mods and how you can check that they're all working. So once you're on the main menu, you'll see a little tab down here called mods, and you click on that and you can see all of the mods you have in the list. So I actually have quite a lot of mods, and as you can see here, there's one still downloading, which is fine. That's the Steam Workshop mod. So as you can see here, I've got two mods here, one that I have disabled myself and one that we just got from the Ludeon forums, which was RimSlave. So it organizes it based on whether you got something from the workshop or from somewhere else. So in this example, Hugslib, the source is Steam Workshop, whereas for additional Joy objects, the source is local folder, which means that we got that from the Ludeon forums. Now, a word of warning, if you're downloading mods from a third-party source, that means not from the Steam Workshop and not from the Ludeon forums, please do be careful about what you download, as it's very possible someone could put malicious code into the game, and you really don't want that. So always double check that you're getting from a safe source and you know where the mods are coming from. But the basic idea of installing mods is that once they've installed, you see here, all you have to do is click the check mark. There you go. And you can drag the mods around to reorder them. And this is especially useful for a mod that requires it to go first. So a very good example and a very popular mod you will most definitely hear about is Hugslib. Hugslib is a mod that basically allows modders to access more in-depth resources into the game's code. And most mods that require Hugslib say that you should put Hugslib as the very first mod in your order. The core folder is the actual game itself. So Hugslib should go after core, and then any other mod should generally go after Hugslib. But if you ever get a mod that has, say, a compatibility patch, so for here for instance, I'm using a mod called RBSE Lite, and as you can see, when you click on a mod, it gives you the description from the Steam Workshop if you've got that. And as you can see, it adds some prostheses and bionic parts, right? Well, I use another mod called A Dog Said, which allows you to do animal surgery, so you can actually give bionic parts to animals. Well, that mod technically conflicts with RBSE, so they created a compatibility patch, which you can see here, and it requires you to place it in the correct location, which is below RBSE in the mods list. So RBSE is at the top, and then you've got the compatibility patch underneath, and it says place below RBSE and A Dog Said mods. So I've got that underneath both of these, and A Dog Said should go after RBSE, that sort of thing. So it's kind of similar to how Skyrim mods work about having the correct load order. This is the exact same thing. So that's how you install mods, and as you can see, it does have two buttons at the top as well, so you can find the links for all the places that you get mods in the description of this video as well. But if you want to use the actual in-game menu, you can, and you can also unsubscribe directly from the page as well as go to the actual page on the Steam Workshop. It doesn't work the same with the actual local folder files, so stuff you get from the Ludeon forums, but it should still give you like screenshots and stuff, which is kind of nice, you know, and give you basic descriptions. But yeah, that's how you install mods. It will restart the game for you automatically once you've installed or activated new mods. And yeah, that's basically it. I hope you enjoyed the video. I will be doing a video on like my favorite RimWorld mods as well, so look forward to that in the future. In regards to this sort of thing coming up, you can just ignore it mostly. Yeah, I do a RimWorld stream every Friday from 1 PM BST to 4 PM BST, so if you want to come watch me play RimWorld, you can. The link is twitch.tv/ashengaming. It'll also be in the description as always. And yeah, the way we do that is we have anyone who tips or subs or subscribes on Patreon, that sort of thing, gets to have a named colonist. So I will add you as a character in the game, and it makes for some really cool stories. Like our first game, we had Captain Delugo, which is a good friend of ours. He ended up getting shot through the heart, literally, and somehow survived with no injuries, which was really funny because like everyone was dying to this one person who decided to raid our camp, and he had a super powerful rifle and he almost killed everyone, and it was really, really fun. So yeah, if you liked this tutorial, please do consider leaving a like. If you've got any suggestions for other games you'd like to see me do a modding tutorial on, please let me know. I'm always interested in new ideas. And yeah, if you have any problems, let me know in the comments. I'll try and help you out. As always, it might take me a little while to respond, or I might not have the answer, but I'll always try to help you guys out when you need it. And yeah, thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you guys next time.